So before I start talking about the Grammy, I want to give a shout out to the Funny Don't Stop show too. Young, I see you hip to it. They be killing it every week. The show is hosted by Alex Thomas. Me and my lovely wife, we always listen to Alex Thomas and the Funny Don't Stop show on Tuesday. The Funny Don't Stop show comes on 8 to 9:30 every week. What more can I say to you? Them niggas on that show straight crazy. I like the dude on there, Savvy, Sed.
The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop show.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
You are listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show. Hey, what up, y'all? My name is Alex Thomas, and I'm the host. You know, I'm feeling great. Everybody knows every week when we do this show, I can't do it without this amazing team. To my left right here, we have the amazing Dara.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Dara?
What up, fam?
How you feel, man?
He dodged it up.
I feel with my fingers.
That's what I'm talking about. You sound like my granddaddy.
That's my daddy said.
I feel with my fingers, son.
Glad to be here. Sorry I missed you guys last week. It was
Yes.
a phenomenal show. I tuned in while I was working at the comedy show. I was
Yeah,
doing,
I get you, man. Hey, man, you gotta get that paper, brother.
Paper.
We gotta get that paper. Hey, we got a dope-ass producer in the building. He produces like 97 shows up here at Dash. He's got his own like 3 or 4 shows. This nigga had, are you Jamaican on the side?
Actually, I am Jamaican.
Okay, give it up for Doc, y'all. Doc, I'm not mad at you, Doc. And then, of course, you know, every single week, you guys are checking us out on YouTube. You're checking us out on Instagram Live. You're hearing us. That's because we got the dopest audio-visual cat on the... Ladies and gentlemen, Raul.
Órale.
What up? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Is that hello? How you doing?
¿Qué pasó?
Pretty much. ¿Qué pasó?
Hola, ¿cómo
Pasó,
estás?
Miklo.
Yes. Hey, we got to give a big shout out to Dash Radio, man, for giving us the platform. Marcus King presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. Big shout out to DJ Ski, Clinton Sparks, the dudes that are the way upstairs that run this whole thing, man. We appreciate you giving us this opportunity, and it's just the beginning, man, because it's crazy. I swear to God, we've only been doing this how long now? Dara, does anybody know?
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
So I think like
Has it
what,
been that
12 shows or 9 or 10, something like that?
No,
it been
I
that
think
many?
more like 12, 13.
Like 12, really?
Yeah. 12 shows.
12
shows in.
12 shows,
in.
and people, no matter where I go around the country, since I've been doing this show, because I'm in a different city every other week,
Yeah.
they are loving the Funny Don't Stop show. I mean, I'm talking from all over the world, people that are watching. You know how it is, from Maine to Spain, from Alaska to Nebraska, from the Big Apple to the Pineapple, that's Hawaii to New York, from Chicago to Chicago. We appreciate
It never
y'all.
gets old.
Hey,
never
man,
gets
how
old.
Come on, man. That's pimp
Alex,
talk.
That's that pimp
101.
talk.
how did it make you feel some kind of way, man? When you was going through all those slave monuments and
Saw that.
and all that
That's
stuff. It looked
a-
pretty powerful, but you're such a happy individual. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. You didn't see my tears because the camera was looking at other stuff.
It's
But I tell you,
intense.
it wasn't a dry eye, man. When I tell you, at my 2-hour tour from going to Slave Haven to the Civil Rights Museum, let's just say I spent 4 hours in Memphis doing that.
Yeah.
I probably cried for like 2 hours. I can't even
Yeah.
lie. It just kind of, it hurts when you see what black people went through.
Terrible.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It was horrific what they did to us and how powerful we are as a people to come from what we did come from to where we are today. We still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But I encourage anybody that's never flown to Memphis, never been to Memphis, if it's just be on your bucket list, you need to let your kids, you need to see that kind of stuff.
Memphis
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah,
Memphis is dope.
you need to see it. And just for the people that don't know, the Lorraine Hotel was where Martin Luther King was assassinated, murdered, whatever they say. And basically, long story short, in the 60s, the Lorraine Hotel was the only hotel in Memphis that allowed the athletes, the entertainers. I mean, we're talking everybody from Ella Fitzgerald to Jackie Robinson
Amazing.
to Martin Luther King to everybody.
Could
There was
stay there.
anybody. Yeah, that was where they would eat. That was the food was good. The hospitality was. They couldn't stay in regular hotels. So they turned that entire hotel into a museum.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's crazy. They go from slavery all the way up to Obama. And it really, it hits you because you guys, wow, if you only heard about what we went through, but when you walk through that museum, you feel like you were there.
You can feel the energy.
You feel, I'm getting chills just talking about it right now.
What about that shack, like the little shack house that you were sitting in front of on the porch?
So that
story about that.
The crazy thing about that is that's called Slave Haven. What's so crazy is all the people that I told about it that actually live in Memphis, black people that have been living in Memphis their entire lives, have never went.
Wow.
And I just pulled up on it because, as a comedian, I'm always like, not only am I like to know about my history.
Research.
I never know, even in the midst of this series, I'm gonna get a joke out of this. Because when they said Slave Haven, the shit sounded like the Four Seasons.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was like. Where the fuck are you at, man?
Yeah, Slave Haven sounded like it was the W. You know what I mean? But that was not by choice.
Right.
When you said that in your stories, I was dying. I'm like, oh my God, Alex.
Oh yeah, it was called Slave Haven.
You used the word haven. You thinking it's a good place?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the hell?
And then
Now,
the
when
car
I
that
tell
saw.
you the story, you see where the good place came from. Basically, a German man that came from Germany in 1897. He did not believe in slavery, right? Because they weren't doing the slave thing over there. He got here, and it was before it was called Tennessee. It was before it was called Memphis. So the Underground Railroad went through Memphis.
Right.
Harriet Tubman went through Memphis and the journey to get to either Canada or get to the West Coast. So there was white people like him that used their homes. They call them slave havens. So instead of getting beat down in the streets, he built he had like maybe 100 to 200
He helped
slaves underneath in his basement.
Wow.
And he would hold them for 2 to 3 days to give them food, to give them water. It was basically like a break before their next run towards freedom.
Right.
So he looked out for
it was
slaves. So that's why he called it Slave Haven.
Who was that guy? What was his name?
I forget his name.
That's
man.
like when Anne Frank-
and I forget his name so much. But you guys, you can Google Slave Haven.
Wow.
But the crazy thing about it is,
Stupid.
Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom, really?
Oh my God.
Too soon.
But that's like the
Too
family.
soon, Dan.
what's so
Too
funny is
soon.
that sounds like that could have been him. That's where Uncle Tom got. And he's the one that gave the niggas grits and rice.
I'm sorry. I mean Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben, right.
But that's like the
Uncle
family.
Ben.
But that's like the family that hid. That's like the family that hid Anne Frank in their attic so that she wouldn't get and killed.
Yeah.
You know,
Now
from
here's the
Nazis.
crazy part. If the people
God bless people like that.
No.
They
he
did exist.
No, he was an amazing person
There was
because
some.
if they had found out, he would have instantly been killed.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or they would have burned his house down.
Yeah.
To find out that he
Was helping.
was helping
Yeah.
slaves.
Yeah.
And then, dude, when I tell you there wasn't a dry eye when I went through that tour. So when you saw me in the back in the slave quarters in that little shed, there would be 75 slaves in a place that's a shack that couldn't fit 5 of us.
Right.
In the dark. You know what I mean? It just like
And
it
they just stay really quiet.
It just and then all the promotions on how they would sell us. It's just crazy. But
fucked up,
and it's kind of fucked up. I know a lot of black people don't want to be reminded by that stuff, but in my mind I was like, no, I got to see this.
That just shows how strong, like you said, how strong we are to come
the
from
resilience,
that to
man.
yeah,
Dude,
man.
That's why man,
yeah.
you really think that we can overcome?
Right.
Like it puts words in a different perspective when Martin Luther King said, "We shall overcome."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To go through the adversity of what those people went through.
Yeah.
So salute to all our ancestors and everybody that was before us to make it possible for us to.
Hell yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So let's get into our show because we only got an hour and 30 minutes, but we just gonna dive in right now, man. I don't know, maybe you could chime in on this, and then Savvy, you chime in next. But I'm kind of excited when I found out that NBA Live added Nipsey Hussle as a character for the video game. Did you see that?
I saw it, man.
That's dope to keep his name and his image alive. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, no, I saw it the other day, actually, just before we were getting ready to start the show, and it's like 2019 version of NBA Live. They added him as a special secret player on an update, so you can play with Nipsey Hussle on the street ball version. All of his points or ratings are like 90 and above.
Wow.
So they have him like really good.
Oh, they got him in like Kobe and Jordan status.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it would have started at 60.
You know what I'm saying? Automatically, he gets 60 points every night. like Russell Westbrook, he gets 20, 20, and 20.
20, right.
Yeah.
No, but that was really dope because when you look at the character, when I saw the character, I was like, Nipsey Hussle had that kind of body. Nigga looked like he could play on the Utah Jazz right now.
Me, man.
He got that basketball build.
Basketball build, bro.
Right. Are you a gamer?
Man, I don't play as much as I'd like to.
Right.
You know, but I do play, man.
I never was into it. Dano, were you ever a gamer?
Just a first-person shooter and racing. Not that NBA.
Oh,
hockey,
like Call
soccer.
of Duty and stuff like that.
Duty.
I'm into Street Fighter. I'm in the old school. I like.
Did you
I
play?
I like Tyson's. Punch out.
Knockout.
Knockout. I mean, sorry, knockout.
She went way back on that one.
I'm a knockout girl. I like Street Fighter. I do like Street Fighter.
There's like
basketball.
I like Pac-Man.
Yeah. She like
Pac-Man's pretty
Frogger,
good. Yeah, Frogger.
Pitfall.
No, not Frogger.
You don't remember that? That's
No,
old
I
school.
didn't play
Pitfall.
Frogger. I didn't play Frogger.
Dig
I did have
Dug.
Atari.
I remember Dig Dug.
Dig Dug was Dig Dug.
Come on, don't make me go back to Atari.
Oh, no, man.
That's
That's
what you said.
Or
Like Atari. That's what I
television.
just said. Atari.
Don't make me go back to Coleco.
Oh, Coleco.
Oh.
Am I
That's
telling
the
my age
OG
with that one?
Donkey Kong right there.
I
man.
like Donkey Kong, Q*bert.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Q*bert.
I was a nerd. I had Commodore 64. I don't know if y'all even know about that one.
I don't remember that.
Is
Was
that
that just in
system or
Chicago?
game?
So then that must
That's just Chicago
every
version.
fucking week. So then that must make you 40 every week.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
he never says
that
his
was like
age.
the first PC out, and you can learn. I learned actually DOS code, BASIC, Fortran. I won't get into computer language.
God damn,
coding.
yeah, I didn't know none of that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson knockout though, hands down. The
All I
best.
knew was Centipede. Remember Centipede with the ball?
That's it.
And Gallagher.
And
And Gallagher.
Zach
Yes,
Song,
Gallagher.
don't get me going.
Hold on. I got the gray beer here, so I'm going to go ahead and put my age on the table.
Okay.
I remember when Asteroids and Space Invaders came out in the big stand-up arcade game.
Yes.
And I was dropping quarters like a monk. I don't know how much money I invested in video games, but I should be owed a little refund check.
You should get residuals.
I'm saying.
Because you spent at least 1,000 in ninth grade on
I
a
don't know where I
Friday
got the
night.
I wasn't hustling. I wasn't mowing lawn. I don't know where I got the quarters, but I had a bunch of them.
Bunch of quarters.
You know what? I got a great idea because we're talking about all these old games. There's a bar in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's,
dope.
and
I
it's a
do
game
know
bar,
about it.
And
Right
it's,
off of
and it's
Whitman.
free.
Yeah.
And all the games are free, so you can
All the old
you can
school
redeem
games.
yourself
Been there.
there.
It's
Oh,
called
there
One.
you go.
You just bar one or bar
It's
two.
on Ventura.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called One.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have Pac-Man. They have all the old school games. Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, we could go in
We're
there
going
and
to
have
have to
some
make a
drinks and
funny
play.
don't stop night and we just go
And
out
just
there
go out there and hang.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be dope.
Absolutely. Hey, so let's move on to the next topic. Beyonce Coachella from last year. Netflix just picked it up. That's dope.
Killed it.
Wow.
Give it up for
Killed it.
Beyonce. Beyonce. Who saw that?
I saw it. It was dope.
Oh, I got my hand
Was
up.
it
I'm sorry.
amazing?
Yeah,
Dano,
Dano.
talk to us,
Yeah,
Dano.
I can't front.
She
Dano got all comfy in the sheets with a fucking box of popcorn. And he's like, I'm so excited.
Tell us about it, Dano.
how'd you know? You forgot. You left out the fact that I had daiquiris too. But
And a bottle of lotion. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
I don't do lotion.
Where
I
was
love
I
it.
going?
I love it. Tell us about
God,
it,
I'm
Dano.
terrible.
she killed that show.
Yeah.
That performance with the band. She brought in that whole 200-piece orchestra.
Right.
Band
Incredible.
from the marching band.
She had a ton of different outfit changes and everything, right?
No, it wasn't, because it was 2 weekends that she performed, so they edited it together. Because
that's
that
dope.
was tripping me out. I'm like, how's a band turning purple and then they're yellow again?
Right.
So yeah, it's from 2 different weeks. that they
Acid. It's called
edited.
acid.
I guess so. Daiquiri mix.
Right.
But the because she's from Texas and she's Creole, you put the Negro with the Creole, you get that. She had that whole brass band flavor from New Orleans.
So it was
sound.
dope.
Oh, super dope.
So basically, they took 2 weeks of performances, and for Netflix, it's all like a 2-hour
2.5, yeah.
Yeah.
and it made it almost look like it was just all about her. Correct? Jay-Z did songs too. Correct?
Jay-Z did one. Solange came out and did a dance routine.
Destiny Child.
Yeah, Destiny Child showed up and
Oh, so
Didn't,
it really
Migos-
was. It could have just been her.
Yeah. Didn't Migo? Yeah, it was just her. It was just her. It was just her, Alex.
Oh,
These
okay.
are all just guest spots that went up with
special
her.
guest showed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always the Debbie Downer. I hate being that
He starts off the
Can we
sentence
have a
with,
new-
I
can we
don't
have a
know.
new-
guy. I don't know,
Talk to
man.
us, Ed. Talk
Can we
to
have
us,
a new
Ed.
segment drop when
Man.
can we have a new segment drop when Seth comes in and he's about to
That's
drop a
Dano.
shit bomb?
That's
And
Dano
we just go,
department.
Talk to us, Ed.
Man, all that ancient Egypt stuff, man, it just throws me off, man. I'm gonna just say that.
When you
It
say
throws-
throw you off, do you mean a bad thing, or you
That's a
saying
bad thing. It's a
Why?
bad thing,
Why?
man.
Why?
Because when you start getting it, I'm gonna doing a history lesson. We gonna keep it nice and joyful on this show. But
Okay.
ancient Egypt and what it represents and what they did and actually what forces and period that they would worship in. It was just
Sun Ra.
it was just a different period, man. And I think we glorify that sometimes in society wrongfully. And so when you say ancient Egypt, I think, a lot of people don't understand the context of what was going on in ancient Egypt. So,
So basically, okay, here, and I'm just guessing because I didn't see it. I'm guessing Egypt was just her background and the theme, correct?
Oh, that was the
yes.
entire thing. That was the
Some of
entire
the
thing.
garb.
Okay, so you're saying
No.
why?
No, I don't think that was the entire
No,
thing.
the theme was homecoming.
Yeah, it was homecoming about
It
the
was like-
HBCUs. So it was more
exactly.
about that.
Oh, okay.
I
About
think
going
the
back to-
Egyptian part was just a part, like a costume
By being
change
a
or whatever.
queen.
See, I
Okay.
disagree
by
with
representing
that.
a queen.
Right.
But I kind
I
of
disagree with that.
The
The whole
Actually, you're right, 'cause the
the
background
whole
was a
point.
pyramid.
It was a pyramid. When you
right.
start looking at the actual blood moon in the background, if you just really look at all of the symbolism that she was purveying in the show, and what we don't understand when we look at Greek organizations, that's ancient Egypt. The pledging period, Hell Week, when you pledge and she went through the whole pledging process. I won't break down what the Greek civilization did and stole from ancient Egypt, but that's basically what you're purveying. So even when you see the pledging part with the Greek fraternities and sororities, that's what you're purveying. That's why all of the Greek fraternities and sororities all are based off ancient Egypt. They'll just throw up the pyramid. The Sphinxes, when you talk about alphas, every one of the fraternities and sororities, although they're a Greek letter, is actually ancient Egypt.
So my question to you, Said, is, are the Greek organizations, are they upset? Because I'm thinking if they're not upset, you should be upset.
Well, I suffer from too much information sometimes.
I was about to say, let me nigga, you're too smart. Nigga, you're just too damn smart. No, but my question, I'm not question, it's more of a comment. It's like, that's great that you know all those facts and you're a very smart guy. But I think
Why am I laughing
when
already?
somebody's paying whatever that ticket was, the last goddamn thing they thinking about is facts. They don't give a fuck. They just know the ticket costs $200. I need Beyonce to shake her ass, whether it's on a pyramid, nigga, or if it's on three niggas that are acting like they own a pyramid. It's just people don't care.
They're
I hear
probably
what you're
like,
saying.
they're
Because
probably
what-
like, wait a minute, that's a Sphinx, that's Sun Ra.
Yeah, you know what I think? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not mad at you at all because I understand there's people like you that balance this world out. I think when people are going to be entertained, it's like they want to leave the facts and all the other stuff at home. It's like, you know what? I worked 50 hours this week on a job.
Yeah.
I spent this money to not come here tonight to think. I came here to be entertained. I think the majority of people
doing that.
who agrees? Anybody disagree with me?
I agree.
No, I understand that. That's why I said I suffer from that, and I always look at things and try to say, hey, look, everybody just trying to have a good time. But still, at the same time,
entertainment.
what if a country western singer came out in a full-on Confederate flag and with
I get
Ku
that.
Klux Klan? He's like, well, this is not what it
But
represents.
the thing is,
I'm redefining it.
and all the other stuff at home.
I'm
It's like,
redefining it.
I worked 50 hours this week.
But that's
I
a
spent
Ku
this
Klux
money
Klan is
to
like
not-
very blatant. Like,
But yeah, I'm about to say the
death
difference of
and
that is
that's
you can be
different.
on cocaine, heroin, and Hennessy and be like, nigga, that's the Klan. Fuck this concert. You know what I mean? That's obvious.
Yeah,
You're going deep.
So the problem is time periods, right? I'm saying let's just use apples and apples. Let's go 1,000 years from today, and we're in a concert, and somebody comes out in a Ku Klux Klan outfit and in a Confederate flag.
Yeah.
I think society at that period will be like, it don't mean nothing because it's not as close to the period as we are today. So I'm saying that's how it was so far from ancient Egypt that we don't even feel that connection with what was going on at the time.
And just to add one more thing is before we get on to the next subject, the reason I ask you about the Greek thing, again, I'm not a college guy. Like I said, I went to college for 20 minutes. So you can't ask me anything that got to do with education and campuses and shit, right?
Right.
But what I am saying is, for the fact that every college in America, whether white or black, and then you have the HBCUs, right? There's the Greek organizations.
Right.
So obviously, I feel from the outside in, that was Beyonce embracing that, knowing that's a huge community since what 1906 or whatever.
Yeah.
These black Greek fraternities have been around. So if there's that many black people that are behind it, she's not gonna get that backlash. Yeah, you know the real, but I'm just asking.
No, it's
it's
a homage to it. No, a lot of people are asleep to that, and we don't have to get to a history lesson. But I'm just saying, yes, if you went to a black college, which I did, shout out to PV AMU.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna be excited to see now black colleges are being represented, and on a positive side, people saying, look, I want to go to a black college again. We don't have Different World. We don't have Cosby Show. We don't have these things today for kids to get excited about black colleges. So in that aspect, I am excited about what she did. Just from a spiritual history lesson part of me, I always see that and I get a little annoyed.
Got you. Speaking of Coachella, now let's jump to Coachella 2019 and let's talk about Kanye West in the Sunday service. What do you think, Dara?
Did you guys see his 2 for $50 socks?
I saw that.
He had 2 for $50. I mean, he acts like that's a bargain. Should at least do 2 for fucking $40. Bless you, Savvy. I mean, okay, you have
his sweatsuits, aren't they like 10,000?
Yeah,
probably.
Bro.
He had one pair of socks that says Jesus walks, and the other pair of
they
socks
all have
says
spiritual
socks.
sayings, right?
One says church socks, and
one
then
says
Jesus
spiritual.
walks.
What are the different things they say?
Yeah, Sunday service on the hill. That's one of them. One of them it says Holy Spirit.
On socks as well?
No, the socks just say one thing. I'm talking about the shirts.
Oh, they have
all
shirts
the shirts.
too. Oh, collect the whole set.
Yeah, they got the shirts.
Smart.
They got the actual sweatpants, and they got sweat tops as well.
How much were the sweat tops and the shirts?
I think like $275. Dead serious. Like it's pricey.
No, it's $225.
I'm sorry, that shit makes me
And
mad.
I heard they sold out like crazy. So okay, here's my question. Here's where I'm confused. Whoever wants to answer this and help me, you can help me out. So I heard, because I didn't see it, I've just kind of seen through Instagram and social media. I heard that Coachella, the actual Coachella out there in Palm Springs, they wanted him to be there, but I guess the price he was asking for was so high with his stage show and what he was trying to do. They said no. So him and Kim Kardashian said, we're going to have it in our backyard. So is that the truth? It was in the back, even though all so all those hashtags that say Coachella, where Coachella, somebody please answer this right now. Was he at Coachella or was that Kim and Kanye's backyard?
That was at Coachella. They built the hill. They put the speakers into the ground. That was at Coachella.
So
they made it. No, it was at Coachella.
He was there, bro. Because all the audience from everywhere, they all gather. It's probably the largest crowd.
50,000.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, so
it was
Beyonce.
kind of like so you're mixing stories. So it's kind of like a pop-up, Alex. Originally, he was going to be a feature like Beyonce was the feature last year.
Okay.
He wanted some big, elaborate. So everything you just said is actually true.
Yeah.
Then kind of a surprise last minute, they worked out this kind of thing that we see today that just happened. But that was
because I saw one on somebody that's real close to him. I saw it said last year Coachella in 2 or 3 days got 100,000, but then they said on Kanye's Sunday service he got 50,000 between 9 and 12 noon.
Yeah.
So that's why I was confused.
That was at Coachella. Yes.
Yeah,
it was
like the
actually
largest.
there,
It
bro.
was the largest turnout for like one performance at Coachella ever.
It was crazy, man. That whole situation was crazy. Him on the mountain. You know, again, and you know this, Alex, I am a huge Kanye fan.
I am too, dude.
And so it's kind of tough for me to go against him, but some of the stuff that he's playing, you know, footsie with, you know, spirituality, I have a deep concern.
So that's going to be my next question. I guess I'm asking this. And anybody that's listening right now, please call us. We want you to chime in. 310-986-6610. 310-986-6610. I want to know what you guys feel about this because a lot of people is him
and the YouTube, Alex. Tell people
about
to go.
The YouTube.
Yeah, go to the YouTube channel. We're streaming live right now. You might be seeing us on several platforms. Alex's Facebook is going live. Mine's going live. You're gonna see the same stream on YouTube, but go to YouTube because that's where we're looking at the comments. But go ahead, Alex.
So my thing is this: for the fact that he's bringing the Lord into the equation,
The Lord.
I'm wondering, is that a marketing ploy to get his fans back? Is that kind of subliminally saying, yo, look, I know I messed up and I did some things in the past, but, you know, who's going to boo the Lord?
Right.
Who's the... You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you right
Jesus.
now that I made a mistake and I need Jesus in my life and I'm involved because thank you, Jesus, none of us would have woke up this morning if it wasn't for him. So we thank the Lord for that always. But will that bring his fans back? Is he going to be looked at in a different light? Dara, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I see that. I see how it can look like a ploy, but I really don't know. I've met the man and been in the studio with him. He's a sweetheart. So it's to see all these other things that have been going on over the years, in this last couple years especially, it is kind of like a flip-flop of the person that I've met. So I don't know if this is something that he is using. If he is, It's smart. It's brilliant. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that won't fall for it.
Savvy, what do you think?
I don't know.
Savvy, what do you think? Is it a marketing ploy? Is it a good thing that he's kind of brought this to a spiritual kind of situation? Because I see from what I've seen on social media, he'll mix in his songs, but then do like a famous gospel song right after it.
I know, man.
Jesus walks with me.
Dara taking it to the house.
What do you think, Savvy?
Man, dude, I think what he's realized, bro, is he has a platform and he has fans. And once you have these fans, you realize like I could do whatever the hell I want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, I could say what I want to say. I could do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And if I wanna have this thing and use religion, I mean he's got DMX praying for Christ's sakes. You know, so if he was to start,
and I love the way DMX.
Yeah, he breaks.
So
it down
God loved
like
the world
that
he gave his only begotten son.
But I do think though, bro. I think it's a stunt to get his fans back, man.
Do you think it'll work?
You know, because I do not, but I believe it'll work well enough to get him to keep money going in his pocket.
Keep things moving and keep his name in the press and keep his name current going on.
Absolutely, because the thing about it, man, like you just said, it's hard to boo Jesus.
Yeah, you know.
So, and you know, I mean, we could the average person today, if you mention Jesus, it's just gonna turn him over. It's gonna be, oh, well, man, he didn't change. I don't care what he said about slaves.
He gave his life to Christ.
He didn't give his life to Jesus.
Right.
If he runs for president, I vote for him.
No, exactly.
I feel that he does. I feel that he is all for love. You know, no matter what he's got going on inside,
he has a good heart. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, he really is for promoting love, and I think that there's a lot of truth to this movement of what he's doing right now. I don't think it's complete bullshit. I can see how the timing of it can be suspect because of everything that happened with Trump, that I'm getting a lot of backlash, a lot of things. So I don't know.
So my question,
it's very close to the time, but I also think it's genuine.
So my question to everybody here is, if Kanye came out with a gospel album, do you think it would work? Do you think people would fall for it? Do you think it would be genuine and sincere? Dano, starting with you.
For sure.
Well, you just brought up a great topic, and you got to look at the fact of like Snoop Dogg dropped that Bible album.
Yeah.
And people bought it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever go see him performing in concert because you can't smoke weed. And
how about to say, does he smoke weed during prayer? Or
he smokes weed all the time.
He's like, if I could just get everybody to bow their head.
Right. Exactly.
Here we go. I forgot the hey, you pray, cuz.
All right.
Take this one for me.
So I mean, I didn't get an answer. If he put out a gospel album,
I mean, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I mean, it ain't nothing but Kirk Franklin. It's the same thing. What he doing?
You ain't lying.
It's the same thing.
Same thing, big bro.
I'm just like, look, man. At least people are coming to Christ and people coming to waking up. There's a lot of things.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's throwing people off.
A lot of negativity out there.
It's almost like baby school right now. We this Sunday, what they call it, vacation Bible school.
Yeah.
It's
Sunday school.
It's play. But if that is the entryway, if this is the shallow waters or the entryway for them to get into the water and get to the deep waters, I'm willing to take that.
You know what, Savvy? You just brought something up a minute ago, and I want to talk about this. I want to hear what everybody got to say, and please call us. Chime in, 310-986-6610. If Kanye West really does run for president in 2020, I just want to know, do y'all think he has a chance? I mean, goddamn, if Donald Trump can run and win, anything is possible.
So?
What do you think?
No.
Why?
No.
Okay, you gotta give it a say.
And I'll explain. No.
Oh, so you don't have nothing else to say?
Kanye for president? Come on, man.
Did you say that same thing for Trump?
Yeah, they said the same thing about Ronald Reagan at the time.
They did, but
they did too.
They said the same thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
One at a time. Savvy, go.
No, the reason there's one reason I don't believe he win, and that's only because he's running for the Republican Party. I think Democrats would vote for him all day long, but I don't think that Southern Party, those
Alabama,
states,
South
states
Carolina,
that you
Mississippi,
that you must have. Yeah. I don't think they vote for Kanye West.
See, I think that's a smart. It's multiple points. I think if he was to run and if he was going to win, it would be to go on a Republican Party because that's the most ignorant party. That's the party that's going to vote somebody not based on if they got any experience. We got Sarah Palin. We got all these people.
Trump being an example.
Yeah, and Trump being an example. Democrats and liberals are very astute political people, and they're not going to go for that nonsense.
Right.
But Republicans will, because they go for fame and fortune and who seems popular at the time. So if there was a chance, it would be for him to be independent, but even more of a better chance if he ran as a Republican.
Even if he's black?
Oh, definitely if he's black, because the Republican Party is looking for a black savior right now. You got Candace Owens out there. You got several different people in the forefront of the black movement.
Well, you know what would be dope? You know what would be dope? You know, when Obama became president, you know, you got to say, it was dope because it's the first time we had a basketball court at the White House, in the White House backyard.
And Kool-Aid.
Come on, that was the first time, you know, Michelle was up in there cooking gumbo and grits, and there was some soul food in the kitchen. Now, you know there's got to be a studio in the Oval Room.
It's got to be.
And you know people going to be coming through, Jay-Z going to be coming through, you know, Pusha T. And
that'll be.
DMX, come on.
I just got a message
It's going
from
to be concerts on the lawn.
Come on, it's going to be Sunday
Exactly.
service at the lawn. So my question to everybody right now is, okay, if he becomes president, one at a time, because I know everybody going to want to say it, you might have to raise your hand on this.
Go.
How would Kim Kardashian be as a first lady?
Oh, my God.
You want to start? You want to start, Dano? How do you think Kim Kardashian would be as a first lady?
Well, I was going to go into, the situation that she takes like some nudie type pictures, but then Melania, she did that as well, so she's qualified in that capacity. But as a host, we don't need a reality show. We don't need Keeping Up with the Kardashians in the White House. No.
You know the networks would love.
They would love
they
it.
love it. Oh my God.
I think that would tone down. I don't think she'd be doing that anymore.
And you know Kanye would try to paint the White House black. So
hello.
Yeah, he would.
Savvy, what do you think? How do you think Kim Kardashian will be as the first lady of the United States of America? Because damn it, I think anything's possible nowadays.
Bro, I'm not willing to get at first I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt because I know she's going back. She's trying to be an attorney now.
Right.
And she done got a few people amnestied and released from prison.
Right.
But I'm not willing to give her the benefit of the doubt of change yet. I think it'll be all kind of nudes coming out that Oval Office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ass pics all, and it'll be off the chain, man.
All the sisters in the one big tub and shit.
Man, it'll be off the chain, man.
First off, having Kanye with nuclear war codes.
Oh my God.
Never happening.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It's not happening.
You know what, Dara? That is dangerous.
Let's think about that. Not happening.
Do you think that her past would come back on her? Like,
it definitely will.
Like how?
Yeah.
What's
I got a message.
I just got
a message from somebody.
Wait, one at a time.
Go ahead, get your message. Go ahead, get your message. Go ahead.
The message was, I just got a message from someone saying that Kanye rapped better with his mouth shut. Wired.
Wow. That's just an opinion because a lot of people love the old Kanye. Some people want the new
album
Kanye.
Was great.
You know what I mean?
He killed it on.
He should have kept going.
I mean, the bottom line, I don't care what anybody says, whether we agree or not. The dude is super talented.
They were just being funny.
He is not Jesus Christ. He is not perfect. He's attempting
He did a
like
great
we're
job
all
doing
attempting.
that.
He's attempting like we all are attempting to be famous and hope that you love our art, hope that you like our work.
Right.
Hey, man, it is what it is. The dude, the bottom line, you know what I think he's brilliant at?
The fact that he could do that and did that and killed it is the best.
Yeah,
They're saying that he sounded the best when he did that.
Absolutely. He's actually super brilliant at getting the world to talk about him.
Yeah,
he is.
He understands that's something that we're all looking for right now. We all want some promotion. We all wish we could say the thing that would go viral.
Right.
We all hope that we could say something that everybody go buy our product.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to give a big shout out for next week's guest on our show. Let everybody know we got Tony Williams coming through. Big round of applause.
Yes.
Tony Williams.
Explain.
For the people that don't know who Tony Williams is, that is Kanye's cousin.
Yep.
He is the leader of that entire singing situation. He's the lead singer of Kanye's complete conglomerate. He has sang on every single Kanye West album. They're real tight. He's a good friend of mine, so he's agreed to come on the show next week, talk about the Sunday service, talk about what's going on in the
really
future.
going on.
So shout out to my boy Tony Williams.
Yeah,
Big
shout
round of
out.
applause.
Shout out.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Oh, you know what? We have a caller. We have a phone call coming in right now. Let me see. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up, Alex? This is your boy Kanye West.
Oh, big round of applause, Kanye.
Uh-oh.
Kanye, you must have been listening, bro.
Yes.
Yo, I was listening, man. Like I was down here, doing my thing in Coachella, and one of my friends told me to listen to the Funny Don't Stop show. So I was listening and said, let me call, man, and see what's going on.
Hey, man, this is monumental what you're doing. We're just sitting here debating, shooting the shit, talking back and forth, just trying to figure this whole thing out, man. I mean, did you grow up in church? I know, rest in peace, Donda West, your mom was a very spiritual woman also. So did you grow up in church? What's the deal with this?
Well, my background is extremely religious. Like if you listen to my first album and you hear the songs, man, about like Jesus Walks, that was one of my favorite songs on the album.
Okay.
So we definitely came from a religious background. Like we all got the spirit of Jesus in us, man.
Amen.
That's how I made it out of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Chicago.
We were wondering. We were just talking a minute ago. We're like, yo, would you think Kanye would do a gospel album? Is that in you? I mean, do you know Kirk Franklin? Would you do a collaboration with Kirk? You know what I mean? What's up?
I'm to the point right now. Like I got a lot of respect for Kirk Franklin, but my spirit is telling me to do a solo album. My own. I'm going to do my own gospel album.
Okay. That's what's up. How did you come up with Yeezus? I mean, it's funny because it was a play on words. You get people out there that are upset. They're like, who he think he is Jesus? And I told people, man, it's just a play on words. But, I mean, you're calling us, so talk to us, man. How did you come up with Yeezus?
Well, the thing about it is, man, like a lot of people will consider themselves, would you rather me consider myself a nigga? Would you rather me consider myself a dog, an animal?
Right.
So I call myself Jesus because we are all gods.
Okay.
In some sort of form or some sort of way.
Okay.
So that's where I got Jesus from, Alex.
Okay, so let me ask you this, man. Me and the crew, we were thinking about possibly pulling up on Sunday service soon. We heard it's been off the chain. My question is there a dress code to go there? Because when I'm seeing 50,000 people, I'm like, how the hell do you get 50,000 people to wear the same shit, Kanye?
Exactly. Like you have to, you have to wear Yeezy gear. You have to have on the Yeezy shoes.
It's expensive. Do you have any discounts?
No discounts, man.
How did you come up with $50 for socks?
Well, the thing about it, man, is like I'm not the person for say that creates the actual price.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing about it is Adidas, they come with these prices, man.
Oh, okay.
And I don't because you will spend it on Gucci, won't you?
Yeah,
or Fendi or anything else. So
that's true.
When it comes to purchasing my gear, you got to give me full price, man.
Oh, okay.
So to answer your question, yes, you got to come in your Yeezy gear, your Yeezy shoes, and praise the Lord.
Okay, well, amen. I got another question, man. We were trying to figure out, there was a big debate on, was this in you and Kim's backyard versus Coachella? Some people said that, you passed up on Coachella because they couldn't pay you the money that you wanted and the elaborate setup that you wanted. I heard I wasn't able to be there because I was out of town.
Right.
Was it in your backyard or were you guys at Coachella?
You're funny, Alex. He's you're funny, Alex. It was not in our backyard. So what they ended up doing is when I went to Coachella, they built the hill for me.
The mountaintop.
Because if they would have been in my backyard, I would have called it the Yeezy Center.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't have been the Staples Center. It would have been the Yeezy Center. I would have had my own church.
Oh, okay.
Me and Kim in the pulpit, man.
Oh, okay.
Praising the Lord.
Hey, man, Kanye, can I just tell you, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother, because you know what? One thing I've learned about in this business, and I know you know it also, you cannot please everybody. I know you deal with haters. I know people hated that you were friends with Donald Trump. People have hated some of the things that you've said over the years, but man, it feels to me like you back it up with good music.
I do, man, and I love everybody. I'm such a genuine spirit. Like, I don't have any bad blood against anybody.
Right.
I love everyone, Alex.
Okay.
So I just want to thank you, man, for, opening up the line, allowing me to call, man, because, I'm going to take this to another level.
Yes.
Whether the people like it or not, man.
Yeah.
So Jesus is going to continue to walk.
I love it.
One more big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Kanye West. Yeah. Hey, you guys, we're going to go to a little commercial. commercial right now. We got a hell of a mix by DJ Dano. Remember, come back. We got a lot more coming. Give us a call. 310-986-6610 at the Funny Don't Stop Show.
What's up, world? It's your boy Savvy Amusing from the Funny Don't Stop Show, and you're listening to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. Oh, Dash. Hey, yo, it's Kanye West the God, aka Yeezy, aka Yeezus, aka Kim's husband. The Funny Don't Stop Show is my favorite new radio show, period. You're listening to Marcus King present Dash Radio Comedy.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, she ain't messing with no.
Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio.
Hey. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all can get more excited than that.
Come on! We are back at the Funny Don't Stop Show. Hey, Hey, I got to give a big shout out to Memphis, Tennessee. They came out to see your boy all weekend long. Give a round of applause for Memphis, Tennessee. And also, I got to let everybody know, Tennessee. Hey, Dallas, because I know we got a lot of people that listen to us in Dallas.
Yeah.
I got 5 shows coming up in Dallas next weekend, May 2nd through May the 5th. So I need everybody to get your tickets. Hit me on Instagram at Funnyman Alex Thomas. It's the Arlington Improv. Every year I do it. The shows are sold out. And I got a big show tomorrow night right here in LA at the French Quarter in Downey. My boy Lil G is doing a comedy show local. It's a nice little black-owned spot with some soul food. Yeah, so come out to the French Quarter tomorrow night. Everybody, I need y'all to call. Call us. We talking a lot of shit, so call us. 310-986-6610.
And the YouTube. And the YouTube.
And
make sure you
tell
go
them about the YouTube.
YouTube.com/The Funny Don't Stop. Go there, put your comments up. We're going to shout y'all out on there too.
Absolutely. And just to let everybody know, if you're just now chiming in, this is Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. If you give a shout out to all the truck drivers out there, all the people all over the world. If you can't see us right now and you just listening, we appreciate that. If you at somebody's house right now and you like, how can I be a part of this? All you got to do is download the app. It is free.
It is free.
You cannot beat free. Can you beat free?
Can't beat
I say, can you beat free?
You can't beat free.
Come on now.
You couldn't beat free if you was on your horse taking it down to the old town road.
Did you guys know that?
Ride till you can't no more.
Isn't that like the #1 song in the world right now?
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys know
It's
that?
#1.
Did you guys know that 15 years ago today was when the first YouTube video was uploaded?
Oh, wow.
I know that. Oh, check out
That's a
Fat
good one.
Woman.
Okay.
Look at her. Fat woman.
Fat
Wait.
woman. Hey.
Yo,
Hey, real quick.
Baby got fat.
Baby got fat. That's funny.
And baby got snacks. You know what I'm saying?
All right, go
one,
back to
D.
Savvy
Jano.
real quick. That song, that dude, tell it, because I'm not really hip. I call me old school. I just heard it's the #1 song in the world. I saw the dude in the video. Is he really a cowboy, or is it just a concept with a cowboy / hip hop feel?
No, he looks like a
that's his thing.
Younger black cat with the cowboy hat. That's his real thing.
No,
And
serious.
his name is Little Nas.
Yeah, and they took
Lil
a
Nas X.
Somebody talk about it. You go.
Explain it, Sid.
Well, listen, I don't know much about the
I
artist
love a black cowboy.
other than the fact that he had his song registered as a country western song.
Right.
Got a lot of sound scan points on it. And because he got so famous, they actually changed up his classification and took away his rights to be able to be nominated as award with the music organization in order for him to get an award. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy.
So is he country, or is he
He's
just a
saying he's
nigga? Is he a
country.
nigga from the country?
He's saying he's country.
Or is he country? Somebody answer me. There you go. Hey, wait, let that verse play.
So this is
I mean, the beat is catchy though.
Yes, it's a good
Kind of
beat.
like that trap sound.
Look at Alex trying to dance young.
Hey.
Yeah,
Am I doing is this the nay? You can't do the nay to the Nas song.
No.
No,
To the nay.
Yeah.
Yo, but this is one thing.
All right,
though,
stop. Talk to us,
Yo,
Savvy.
It's just one thing real quick I want to get out there. I'm so tired, man. I'm so fed up with these days a person have a genuine opinion without you being called a hater. I'm so tired of that, man.
No, it's
like
bullshit.
these days you can't say nothing. Like if you got a taco and you say, hey, Savvy, sample this taco, and I bite it and I say, oh, this is disgusting. Oh, you're a hater.
How about no, nigga? I just don't like it.
Yeah, maybe I don't like it. So, you know, so rapper Dave, he simply said, you know, he got on his Instagram stories and he was like, man, that Old Town Road song is whack. He said, I'm not hating, man, but I don't know the area hip hop is going, man. That song is whack. And everybody was tearing him to pieces in comments talking about, oh man, and it's not even hip hop, it's country. But the country people don't want it country. So
Right.
What
It's
is
like,
it?
You know what it is? You know what's messed up? You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Let me finish this. And also, one thing I have learned from being in this business over 25 years, you cannot please everybody.
You can't.
You can't even be concerned. You got to be, if you love me, I love you back. If you love my music, if you love my jokes, if you love my show, hey, I appreciate you. You cannot please everybody. First of all, it sounds to me, tell me if I'm right or wrong, he's a kid, right?
He's a young kid.
How old would you say he is?
What is he said? Does he look like about 19?
Yeah, he's young.
Okay,
he's super young.
You gotta almost compare that as to when Soulja Boy first came out, right? This motherfucker is making music out of his mama's house in his bedroom on his race car bed, right? with GarageBand on his laptop.
Right.
It's a different world. Okay, so like remember the big beef? I never understood when it was one of the biggest beefs.
With him and Ice-T?
With Ice-T. Ice-T was like 65.
That was the best.
And Soulja Boy was like 19. Right? And I said that'd be like almost Lil Richard hating on Lil Wayne. Right. You know, like he'll be talking about licking lollipops. I've been licking niggas lollipops 59 years. Shut up. You shut up. It's almost like when we were kids. When we were kids and your family's like, who the fuck is Big Daddy Kane? Who's LL Cool J? What's this shit called rap? You remember? It's just a different generation. So I've learned just people always ask me, how do I stay relevant, right? Because so many comics that I started out with back in the day are nowhere to be found.
Right. Yeah.
They have nothing else to say.
Right.
They're not relevant. No, I'm an older dude that stayed fly and kept my ear to the streets. That keeps me relevant. But that's really me. I'm not faking it. I really like that, right? So I can't hate on a new kid. Like, I just heard the song I'm not gonna lie, I just heard that song this week.
Right.
And I Googled and I see this dude's the #1 dude in the world. I'm not gonna immediately just go, man, that shit is whack. No, I'm going, okay, I can see how if I was 19 to 25, how I would think this little bow-legged cowboy nigga is the #1. This nigga's the new Jay-Z on a horse. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think open-minded, and so when you say people hate, like Dave East is entitled to his opinion, right?
Absolutely.
He sounds like a cat that's like he's more traditional, right?
Right.
Yo, but you almost gotta go, and I don't know if I'm just thinking this way because I'm a dad now. My son is only 1, but I'm thinking when he's 15 and he comes with some shit I never heard of before, I'm not gonna go, nigga, that shit is whack.
Right.
I'm not gonna kill the kid's dream.
Right.
He came with some new shit.
He was inspired by it. He was vibing with it.
He came with some new shit, and guess what? If he turns around and gets 7 million followers and 100 million downloads, that means, okay, somebody's
fooling with it. Right.
Yeah. Somebody
so you gotta be open-minded to that.
Yeah,
so whoever Little Nas, the black cowboy is, shout out to you, kid, and keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying? Little Nas.
Shout out to him. And speaking of hip hop.
Hip hop. Speaking of
hip hop, shout out to Cypress Hill for
Yes.
the first Latin group getting the star on the Walk of Fame. My
Classic.
boy Muggs.
Yeah.
Shout out my homie Muggs.
Cypress
love
Hill,
you.
one of the dopest
Love
of
you,
all
Muggs.
time.
Love
One of
you.
the dopest of all time.
start.
Oh, that was good.
It really was.
The bike out the walk on the Dr. Green Top.
I'm
Wow,
gonna have to get this over to Muggs
Wow.
later.
Cypress was one of the dopest. It's funny you bring that up.
And also,
Hey, there it is. There it is, son. Yo. There it is. Yo. There it is, son. Let's get it going.
I don't even know the words.
Hey, cut the music.
Also, another
See,
shit.
that gave me chills because that's my generation.
That's the shit. And, yo, another big shout out to another good friend is Eric Sermon. Just dropped the album Vernia on Friday, named
The
after his
Green
grandma.
Eyed Bandits.
After his grandma.
Eric
After his
Sermon.
grandma.
Eric
It's called
Sermon.
Vernia.
Hip hop
And
royalty.
If you haven't got the album, I suggest you guys all download it. Everybody is on it. Him, Rockwilder did a lot of production. Short, our boy Too Short is on
Yes,
there.
yes.
Exhibit's on there. My boy Ray, shout out to my other family, Ray, Chef Raekwon, he's on
Chef
there.
Raekwon.
Noriega.
All the old school East Coast cats, right?
Everyone's on it.
Oh, that's
this
dope.
album is so sick.
That's
The production
dope.
and it's just old
Come on,
hip hop, the roots.
let me tell you something. For the young generation, you guys have this thing called Google. I'm just gonna give you
look
one.
it up.
I'm gonna just drop one
It
little
was just
dime.
an iconic week.
If you're wondering
Everything
what
happened.
EPMD stands for, it's called Eric
In
and Paris
Making dollars.
That's right.
Okay, and they were one of the dopest of all time. So that's us talking about our generation. Where you get what's the little black cowboy's name?
Nas X?
He
Nas
probably
X.
has never heard of
Oh, it's
EPMD.
definitely no. He doesn't know.
But if you're listening
Or
right
Cypress
now,
Hill.
goddamn it, go get some goddamn EPMDs. Go out.
Go get that.
Cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a life.
That's him. Hey. Is that him too?
That's Miley's daddy.
I'm swag. I'm swag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what gave him the crossover.
So if you're just tuning in right now, every single week on the Funny Don't Stop Show, we have a funny segment by my girl Dara, and it is entitled "What the Fudge?"
Oh wow, fudge! We had a clean, wholesome one at the end over there today. What the fudge?
Talk to us, Dara. You always got some interesting stuff.
What you got, Dara?
What the fuck?
Oh, that was good.
Big round of applause for a sound effect from DJ Dano.
Thank you, Dano.
DJ Dano.
Dano's on it
Thank you,
today.
man.
He is bringing it today, folks.
What we got, Dara?
Okay, we
Last
got-
week we had a concussion
Jeez,
that
like-
makes you a genius.
It's almost like I'm.
Last week we had healthy vegan dog food.
Alex, I was at home trying to do that shit too, man. I was hitting myself in the head. and
Really?
Oh, you did?
Trying to tap into my new senses. It didn't work, man.
Be careful doing that. Be careful, guys.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man, I got a few good ones. I just don't even know which one to begin. But you know what? Since
go
we're
for
talking
it.
of
Pick
random
one.
shit,
Pink card.
You want the pink card first?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the pink card first.
Let's do
So, what the fuck to California authorities discovered a massive illegal pot farm close to the freeway housing 40,000 plants worth $20 million and found multiple dogs.
Smart.
Now, right?
LA.
Beautiful.
That's
And it
smart.
was here. Guess what? But no one was there at the scene when they showed up to serve the search warrant. Now, here's the funny shit. This farm is located on the 2500 block of McAllister Street in Riverside. The odor was so strong that that's what got an anonymous source to contact the authorities. So whoever that person is, you suck to be snitching, because snitches get stitches
stitches,
and ya
bitches.
bitches. Okay. Another thing is you have to be so dumb because when they created this whole farm, it's literally 5 minutes from the freeway. Here in Riverside.
Yeah, so it's almost like as an escape route. It's got to be quick to get to the freeway so you can get in and out of town. Because I'm thinking if it's that much worth of weed, there's a lot of business going on.
I'm sure.
From all cities, towns, and states. They need to be able to get in and out, be off the surface streets as quick as possible.
Right.
40,000 plants worth $20 million and multiple dogs. They showed up. No one was on site.
Wait. Were they Snoop Dogs?
They probably were. And nobody was there on site.
Good one, Alex. Good one.
Exactly.
That was nice.
They went to go serve. Right.
Right.
So you see, Dano, where's the drums?
Yeah, it's okay.
really?
Yeah, well,
going to the next
good night.
I'm
Let's
slow.
moving on. Let's
Yes.
move on. Speaking of that, you know what they also do? Sidebar. They also have now a weed delivery, which this guy's been doing it for the last 4 years. So it's kind of like
Uber
Grubhub
Eats?
and Uber Eats. So they have.
What's it called?
It's called weed delivery company called Ease. And
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And Speed Weed.
Yeah, my boy is actually one of the doctors for Ease.
For Ease?
Yeah, so
Easy
if you
Ease.
when you actually had, well, he hasn't working for him anymore, but
Yeah.
before when you used to have to get a doctor's approval
Yeah.
to get it, he was the doctor for Ease, and he just basically
way.
he was sitting on his
subscriptions.
couch in his drawers all day making mad bank.
How amazing is that?
A general practice doctor.
Skid marks
friend,
and
I won't
all.
say his name.
Skid marks and all.
Good friend sat in his
Jealous.
house and he was making high six figures, and then they just call him saying, "Hey, you need a prescription."
So people
Boom.
just call him and be like, "What's wrong? My knee hurts." Good. He's an eighth.
No. Dude.
Man, my shoulder killing me. Come pick up some pounds.
Yes, he quit his practice, and was just doing the Ease.
So he was a weed doctor.
He was the weed doctor that you go to get the prescription from for Ease, and he just sat on his phone. And then whenever somebody,
So that motherfucker just sitting there in a Cheech and Chong's t-shirt.
Grateful Dead shirt.
Calling himself a doctor and shit.
chilling.
Driving
But wait,
on a
kind of going back.
Yeah.
I'm not a weed guy, but I thought like if you have a weed house, they're called grow houses, which you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like
Big
the
nursery.
number one thing you need to make sure it is right, that the smell is not getting
Under
out there?
control. Exactly, because and also by law, you know, in the housing here, you're supposed to have 6 plants to a home. You know, so they didn't do anything proper. Like you would think that when you're having a big ass 40,000 plants,
A
you better
$1 billion
have
operation. You
$20
think you have
million.
all your dots, dot all your I's and cross all your T's.
The vacuum sucked the air. I mean, 5 minutes from the freeway, and then everyone's sniffing it, and then that one sniffing mensch who snatched.
Okay, give us
All right,
another what the
okay,
fuck.
we got a couple. Okay, so I'll make these quick. So what should we do now? The top one or the bottom one, Savvy? What the fuck?
Let's hit the top.
What the top? Okay, so apparently, this is real shit. So apparently, a bag of used mobile phones contains 1 gram of gold. since we're in the topics of selling schlangin', in all of our cell phones right now, there is gold in waste. It takes a ton of ore to get 1 gram of gold. You can get the same amount from recycling the materials in 41 mobile phones.
So what the hell does gold have to do with the construction of a cell phone?
So because inside of the cell phones, there these the little compartment, the little metal parts are made of actual gold.
See,
you can take them all apart, melt it down. You get yourself a gram. You be slanging phones.
see, this is when I wish that Raul had a microphone because he's an actual Mac genius. At the Mac, that too.
And it's in phones.
That was probably his house. But no. He deals with these type of situations all day, every day, and I'm pretty sure he probably didn't even know there was gold in our phones.
41 phones, gram of gold. So there was a UN report on electronic waste. A Brussels-based technology company, Umicore, told the BBC you can actually get this amount of gold from just 35 phones. So if you break so if you have a whole bunch of broken phones, save them, ladies and gentlemen, because when you open them all up and those little pieces are in there, that's scrap metal. There's a scrap metal business. Those are phones. But why do I feel like Young Liar? The artist Young Liar. Have you guys heard of the artist Young Liar?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan.
Is he in the building? Because why do I feel Young Liar would melt this gold into a chain?
I was just about to say that. Don't let the hood find that out.
You know what I'm saying?
Because niggas is going to be melting phones like a motherfucker. It's going to be a gold market on Crenshaw and Slauson right behind the Marathon store.
I would be, exactly. I would probably melt all this gold down and make myself a grill. I would have to make myself a grill and a menorah because I just have a little balance in my thug Jewy ass self.
The hood don't need to find that one out.
You got the wrong info out there.
Give us another what the fuck, Dara.
Got to balance it out with a menorah and a grill. You know what I'm saying? My little thuggy.
I love gold.
I love gold.
What's another one, Dara?
Okay, so another one for you. This it's kind of fucked up, but it's funny in the end. Happy in the end. You know, sometimes those really bad ones. God darn it.
Hold on, before you go there, we got a call real quick. We got a caller. Call us.
It better be on the topic or we're cutting you off.
What's your name and where are you calling from? You're on at the Funny Don't Stop show.
Caller.
What's going on, Alex Thomas? It's your boy Dino Brown Entertainer.
Dino always calling me.
Dino, hurry up. We don't have much time.
What's up, Dino? How you doing, brother?
Hey, listen, I'm awesome. I wanted to get your take on how you feel about all of the beefs that have sparked from the Nipsey Hussle death and the controversy over the statements by Kodak Black. Now you have the beef now starting between Gilly the Kid and Kodak Black, as well as T.I. and Kodak Black, and all of the other stars such as Tank coming out and saying that Kodak was out of pocket about what he said about wanting to be with Lauren London before Nipsey was even married. Have you heard about that?
Well, first of all, just to make it quick, how much time do we have on the show now?
Yeah, because we have to...
we got 10 minutes, so I'm going to make it real quick. Dino, and for the people that may not have heard the question, the question was, what do I think about all the beefs that are going down with everybody chiming in and their comments on the untimely passing of Nipsey Hussle? First of all, that Kodak Black dude is just completely out of pocket, number one.
Absolutely.
I feel like this new generation, and not all of them, but I feel like a lot of them, we're living in a generation where people would do anything and everything for likes, for attention, to try to help sell an album, to try to, put their name out there. And he was totally out of bounds with what he said. And I just think we're dealing with a bunch of attention whores. Yeah. They'll say anything. So you almost got to just kind of take that with a grain of salt, sweep it under the rug. I know a lot of people are chiming in, but you know what I mean? That's something you just got to kind of let that dude bask in his own insecurity and ignorance. Sometimes you don't. The best thing to do is not even address it when they're that ignorant. Because anybody that would say something and be that insensitive to not understand how much this man was loved and how much he meant to this city, for people to do that, they're ignorant and they got death wishes, to be honest with you. Because there's people out there that this is not a fucking game for what happened to this man. So, it is what it is, man. But we don't pay too much attention to bullshit ass motherfuckers like that. No. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dino,
thank you for that.
I appreciate
Alex.
Have a great night.
And I appreciate you always supporting and calling. Spread the word,
Dino.
brother.
My love, Dino.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dino.
Dara, go back to what you were saying.
Okay, so I got another what the fuck for you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like Howard Stern. I'm sorry to cut you off, Dara.
No,
you know
go ahead,
how
babe, go
Howard
ahead.
Stern had the normal guy
the
that
regulars.
always call in, the midget. And like he's like our regular guy to call in.
I appreciate
Like,
Dino. You watching, man.
That's dope that he calls.
Thank you,
though.
Dino.
Absolutely.
He's on my Instagram Live. He saw us.
Absolutely. Dino, it's one at a time, brother. One follower at a time.
No
and we
doubt.
got people listening to us all over the world. We appreciate everybody that's watching. And it's still only the beginning. I'm telling y'all, people, this is going to end up real soon being one of the top talk funny ass radio shows on the planet. Do y'all agree?
Of course.
Oh, no doubt.
I agree.
You're
All
welcome,
day.
Dino. You're
So,
welcome, Dino.
Dara, hit
All
us
right.
with that. What the
So
fuck?
okay, so we got a last what the fuck gang.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gretna Fire and Rescue outside of Omaha, Nebraska was dispatched to help a 59-year-old man on Monday whose heart was racing. Now, the ambulance had a 20-minute ride to the emergency room, and his heart rate was beating 200 beats per minute. Now, during this so basically this guy's heart is racing out of control. They got a 20-minute ride to get this guy to the hospital. Now, during their ride, the ambulance hit a pothole, and it got his heart rate to calm down.
Get the fuck out.
So the rig, they're on a rig, and the rig hit a pothole, and the jolt of the pothole got the patient's racing heart back to normal rhythms.
Wow.
And normally,
So now they just looking for potholes and fences and all kind of shit they can run into.
Right.
Crazy.
To stabilize this motherfucker.
So normally, one way to treat a rapid heartbeat would be to use an electrical shock.
Right.
But they feel
But
that
the
this
pothole
big,
worked.
Yeah, they feel that this big jarring jolt of pothole did the deed. And
That's
do
crazy.
you have
You know
any?
what
Have
they
you guys
say.
ever had any racing heart situations or any scares
Well, if I do
before?
now, I'm running over a pothole.
Nigga, for real, I'm gonna find the nearest tree and run into that motherfucker.
Exactly.
And walk away perfectly.
Because I had to wear a heart monitor one time for a month because they had me under my heart was racing.
Anxiety?
I think it was a little bit anxiety one time, but it just happened out of nowhere.
But what you need to do is ride yourself a bicycle into the LA River. And come out and be like, I am better than ever.
I feel fantastic.
And then your ass can run the Miracle Mile the next day and shit.
You know what I do gotta tell you guys really fast though?
Yeah.
All men, he's fucking guy. He's good. He's good. He's good. And all men, all the guys here and all the men out there, I suggest you please keep little baby aspirins on you or keep little aspirins in your pocket. Keep them in your glove compartment. My dad's doing great, by the way, because he had a heart attack.
That's great.
You know,
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He was in the hospital for almost a week.
And you said that.
So-
and you said that the aspirin saved his
The aspirin, yeah, my mom
How is
gave
that?
it.
You mean a bear aspirin? The little ones?
It thins the blood. It thins out your blood.
So during a heart attack,
Yes.
like how do you know how many to take?
My mom, his arm was shooting pain down his left arm. Everything was caving in on his chest. He was at a restaurant. They actually rushed home on the way. You know, he was thinking, get home. But she's like, this isn't working. As soon as he got on the couch, his arm, that's when the pain set in.
How
down
do you
the
know
arm.
how many aspirin to take?
You could give, I think it was like 50 milligrams. She gave 3 baby aspirins, so that might be equivalent to, I don't know, maybe 150 milligrams or, you know.
Well, what you should do is take their bear aspirin daily.
But you can also take it daily for men. Yeah, actually for men, it's very healthy and
At a
women.
certain age or what?
Oh, no, all throughout now. Yeah, men and
why? Why just automatically?
Again, it helps thin the blood.
It keeps the blood thin and flowing, and it's actually good for us to take in your daily diet.
I'm gonna start taking one.
About that one.
No, that's a good note. I'm gonna look that up.
Right after I brush my teeth,
Hey,
I'll pop a bear.
So,
Really?
Start taking one.
Okay.
Seriously.
So hey, potholes work. If you got some shit and your heart rate's pumping,
Pothole.
drive your ass through an LA pothole, please. Please, the LA city, please do not
Right.
cover the potholes. Leave them.
And we're
Leave
gonna
them
give
alone.
you a few streets. Let's start with Pico, Crenshaw, Fairfax. 101 between Laurel Canyon and Vineland.
Exactly.
And if you're on the east side, go straight down Alameda.
Leave the streets
Oh,
alone.
I know. East of Alameda's the
Alameda's
worst.
horrible.
Nigga, I hit a pothole so
Potholes.
deep on Alameda, it cracked my rim, busted my tire, and I farted at the same damn time.
I've had that happen.
I'm gonna get onto this last couple times.
You know what? I think that's a good app idea to come up with a pothole app,
Hey.
like Waze or something.
Yeah.
And you know where,
Hey, that's a
all
good
the-
idea,
where
Ted.
all
That's a
the
good idea.
where you know all the potholes.
Save a lot
are.
of money, Sed, right?
Yeah.
Save a lot of tires
Fact
being
man, you
blown
better
out.
do that.
Yeah. You
No,
can
I
do
said, but you want to know why that's good? Because I remember when I got my first car, man, I was like 23. I used to take a route straight down Alameda, and I had these big rims, man, like these 20s. And man,
Oh,
I
yeah,
swear, every
yeah.
day I was spending almost $200 on tires because those low profiles that hit that pothole.
Oh, yeah.
And it would break it every time, man.
That's funny you brought that up because I used to do a joke about maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I'll never forget. See, you're younger than me, but I did a joke when I bought a brand new, I'll never forget, a brand new 2006 Charger. When Chargers were hot and brand new.
Right.
And my shit was on 22s. When I tell you I busted a tire every 20 feet.
I believe it.
Do you understand? I was spending damn near $1,500 a month just on fixing rims.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this little trying to be young, dumb hip hop shit.
On me.
Man, my shit looks like goddamn tractor wheels now.
Oh,
Okay,
man, I swear.
I will never again in life. When you're young, you want to do that shit.
Right.
But bro, no, You learn that
now,
shit.
Alex. You got your standard rims on your
I
vehicle
got, yeah,
now.
but it is when you get older, man. You're not you get smarter. You
Right.
get older and wiser.
Right.
I wasn't trying to spend $1,500 every 2 weeks.
Right.
My brother
So now
just
the
said
22s are nice. I got some 22s on my Porsche. I got 22s on my Range Rover. I got 22s on the you know they're
my
just
brother
thicker,
just
just
said
bigger.
my oldest brother just wrote me and said you can't lose on 22s.
Hey. So he must be 12.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so look, we're gonna do this real quick. How much time do we have? Doc, we got 5 minutes. Me and Sed this week. This is off the subject completely, but we gotta get everybody's opinion on this shit. We went to a little family dinner, blah blah blah. Raul was with us, and we had a big debate. Can you Can you start with the debate?
Was it Passover dinner? By the way,
I thought he was gonna say we got a big dick.
What?
That's what it kind of sounded like you said.
We got a big dick.
That's right. Hey, I don't know.
I mean, I know I got a big dick. I don't know about nobody else.
I don't know what kind of party it was.
What kind of party is this? Well, let me fix that. My wife was with us. The children were with us.
Tell me about the party. So tell me about the dinner.
So the dinner, and we just a long story short because we don't have a lot of time. We were talking about the
Said
hot sauce versus Tabasco. Okay.
Oh.
You fix it. Help me out here.
Okay. So we was eating fried chicken. And
let's start there.
You just had to have that, huh?
We were eating fried chicken.
We were eating fried chicken.
Get out of here.
And of course,
no, I'm gonna take it a step further. We were eating fried chicken at my country club.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fried chicken night on top of the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, but keep going.
Yeah. So like typical
Stupid.
black folks, we like, yo, this is great, but I gotta have hot sauce on my fried chicken.
Right.
So Alex's wife goes out and says, yo, you know they got hot sauce out there. And so I go out there, I'm looking around, I don't see no hot sauce.
What did you say?
I come back and tell her, it's not hot sauce out there. She said, yeah, this is hot sauce out there. Long story short, it's tobacco sauce. I was
Tabasco. You said tobacco.
You can tell I'm
it was Newport sauce.
Newport sauce.
And
with that cold minty afterfresh.
Correct. So, so at the end of the day, that sparked this whole debate. And I was like, that's not hot sauce.
Because first of all, I told them we're the white country club. The last thing they gonna have is Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
We all know as black people, there's only two for us. It's either Red Rooster or Louisiana hot sauce.
Right.
But I realize different nationalities have their hot sauce. Chinese people, Asian people, they like sriracha.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, white people,
Cholula.
they like Tabasco.
Yeah.
You know, Mexicans, they like Cholula, and the other one Cholula
Or
and
the Tapatio.
and Tapatio.
Oh, yeah, like Tapatio.
And Tapatio.
Raul, you know.
Yeah, Tapatio. Raul got some in his back pocket as well.
So the question or the debate is Tabasco sauce. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Go ahead.
Is Tabasco sauce hot sauce? Because from high fine dining cultures and crowds that I am, people consider Tabasco sauce a category in its own. It's not considered a hot sauce.
Now,
Tabasco sauce is Tabasco sauce. That's why it doesn't say hot sauce on it.
But
All the
black
other
folks,
sauces
what
say
happened
hot
with
sauce.
us as black people, I'm just speaking on behalf of all African Americans. That's a description to us, meaning we're not going off of the name. Meaning, if Tabasco was sitting right there and that was the only thing here, we'd be looking at the bottle. I see it say Tabasco. We'll still say,
pass the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Pass the hot sauce.
Because it is hot sauce.
Right.
He's saying it's Tabasco sauce, but I think we as black folk, Doc, you're black. Head to toe 24/7, 365. Do you consider Tabasco hot sauce if there was nothing else? Do you still say, pass me the Tabasco, or do you say, give me some hot sauce?
I would say pass the hot sauce. But I mean, it kind
you're
of
beige.
works
You're
well.
beige.
I'm beige. I'm Creole. I get it. But you know what Tabasco is? It's pepper sauce.
I said that too.
Explain pepper sauce.
I said that too.
But pepper sauce, isn't pepper hot?
Pepper's
Thank you.
There's different degrees of
Thank
pepper.
you.
Yeah.
So we would still call it hot sauce.
I'm trying to tell you,
even
hot
if the
sauce
shit said
is
peppers and had 2 peppers on the bottle,
right?
Nigga, we would still say, give me the hot sauce.
Right.
Hot sauce is a category. Hot sauce is a category in its own that's made with specific peppers and made with a certain vinegar ratio that makes it hot sauce. Tabasco sauce, although it can substitute for it, but it's not considered.
So what is Tabasco sauce made with? Tabasco?
It's its own category. I'm telling you. And we asked 2 other white people at the country club, and when we did that,
what did they say?
We did a survey.
we did a survey. And the Asian guy over her, so it wasn't 2 Caucasian people. One Caucasian guy and 1 Asian guy. And they were shocked because they agree with me. And I told you, in high society circles.
No, I believe you.
Mm-hmm. High society circles, people consider Tabasco sauce its own category separate from hot sauce.
So what
It's
would
kinda
you
like a spicier
so what would a
ketchup.
white person consider to be a hot sauce then?
So what you guys just named, Cholula, Tapatía, Louisiana hot sauce, and Red Rooster. Those are hot sauces. Tabasco is Tabasco.
Tabasco is like a spicier ketchup, but it is in the hot sauce kind of family vibe.
Okay, you're white.
But it is,
What do you say?
Sriracha as well.
Let's talk about it. We have a white person here.
Right.
Dara, what do you consider?
When I put Tabasco sauce
Honestly.
on honestly, I'm not a. Thanks,
I
Sammy.
said, Dara,
Thank
you're
you.
white.
Thank you for the laugh.
tell us
Thanks
about
for the laugh. Oh God, I just smacked him right in his ear.
Tell us.
Okay,
Maybe I'll be smarter.
Dara,
It's not even kosher.
It's
It's not even kosher.
Okay, Dara, I'm not even
Okay.
gonna lie. I got a quick question. When's
Okay,
the last time you had fried chicken? Be honest.
Oh God, a couple weeks ago.
Okay, what'd you put on it?
I just ate a plain because I had enough in the batter. It tastes so good. I didn't even want to fuck with it.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even want to fast. You know, some
What,
chicken you
shake
can't
and
even
bake?
mess with.
Okay, we have one last thing. I gotta say it real fast because we only got 1 more minute. The other debate is people that put salt on their watermelon versus people that don't. I think watermelon is supposed to be sweet, and the last thing your ass put on it is salt.
Diabetes.
Does anybody here put salt?
Salt makes it more sweeter.
Exactly.
The enzymes.
I'm sorry, I don't agree.
The enzymes in the salt activates the bitter.
This
taste
nigga
in
knows
the-
too much.
No, but said
the enzymes of watermelon.
But said,
That was on the road
Took
today.
you 12 weeks.
12 weeks, but he's here, folks.
Motherfucker finally got a fat man. Hey, on that note, you guys, thanks a lot so much for joining us at the Funny Don't Stop Show.
What we got, Dano?
I'ma press play every time.
The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey.